So let's do this one, like, it's not wrong. I'm not going to do it the wrong way. I'm going to guess du is, or u is something that doesn't work, I guess. Okay? Which, again, sometimes it happens. And the more you do this, the easier it gets to tell that's not going to work out. Okay? So I think initially the first thing that you should think with a fraction like this is u looks like it could be the whole denominator. So let's let u be the whole denominator and see how we know that this is not the path we should be taking. If you derive it, you get 12x cubed dx, right? Now, I have an x up top, but I need an x cubed up top. The number doesn't matter. There's a 5 there. I could put a 12 in there if I want. But I don't have an x cubed. So I could do one of two things. I could multiply by x squared up here, right, to make that an x cubed. But then I'd also have to divide by x squared. Does that make sense? And then we're going to have this x squared lying around. So look, let's go ahead and do that. So look, we can move this 5 out here, and we can put a 12 in there, and then we can divide it by 12. Okay? And if you're watching this video at any point and you're like, why are we going through all this stupid crap? Like, skip ahead, you see the answer, okay? But let's just walk through this here. Do you see how du is on top now? But there should be a dx back here, right? Because it's 12x cubed, that's what that is. So that's du. And then we have 5/12ths out here. And then we have this integral of 1 over. Now we have u down there, which is good, but we also have a stupid x squared there.
Can't you just solve for x squared?
So we could come down here and solve for x squared, right? But it's going to be a huge pain in the butt. Look, we'd have to do minus 1, divide by 3, right? So that's 1/3 u minus 1 equals x to the 4th. And then we have to take the square root to get x squared. Does it look like plugging this in for x squared, which we can do, is that going to be something we're going to be able to integrate? No, that's a nightmare. Yeah, that's a hideous looking thing. Okay, so at that point, like, we tried it. We didn't do anything wrong. We picked something to sub in, and we tried it. And we can do this whole substitution and get to this integral, but we still can't do the integral, which is the whole point of u substitution, for us to get to an integral we can do. So when that happens, when you try the u sub, don't force it. Don't make stuff up. Don't put in stuff you know is wrong. Go back and think, like, what else could I do? There's really, I know it seems like there's a lot at this point. There's really not too much that can happen. You can be the whole denominator, right? It could be the inside part of the denominator. Or you could look and say, look, that looks a little bit like arctangent. Maybe it's an arctangent thing. All right, so let's go back to the entire beginning here. Get rid of all this junk. I just want to walk through one and show you, like, what it looks like when you do a u sub and it's just not working out. Okay? So what was this originally? 5x? Okay. So again, I hope, like, it makes sense that that looks like an arctan. And again, if this was a cubed up here originally, which it wasn't, that's just u sub, because that's the du we needed, right? That was 12x cubed, and it's there. So, like, you shouldn't initially think, oh, it's an arctangent. You should think that's a u sub. And then if that doesn't work, then you start thinking of other things. Okay? So, it looks like arctan, but arctan's only going to work if I can make this denominator 1 plus u squared.
What about the extra x?
Forget that for a second. Okay, like, we're going to hope that works itself out. And if it doesn't, then we got a problem. Now I got to try something different. Okay? That's not going to happen, though. Okay? So I need 3x to the 4th to be u squared. For this to happen, for me to get that denominator. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say let u squared equal 3x to the 4th. And that's the thing about these. Like, there's multiple ways to do some of these. There's just not, like, one right way all the time. And, like, you're in charge of trying to do a substitution, I guess. You got to make something up. But if u squared is that, then u is going to be the square root of 3 times x squared. Right? And then I know there's a root 3 there, and that looks a little weird, but it really, in the end, is just going to be a root 3 sitting out front. It really doesn't even matter. Okay? Du, then, is going to be 2 root 3 times x dx. Okay? Now, our problem at this point is, you can see we have that x, right? We have the x we need for our du. But we don't have the number up front we want. So we're going to move this 5. This is number 3 here. 5. And I need to put in a 2 root 3 to get my du. Again, that's always the challenge. Can we get du? And now that we have du, but we got to cancel out what we put in. So that goes down the bottom. I'm just going to rewrite this whole integral and see if it works out, okay? So we have 5 over 2 root 3 Yeah.
Wouldn't du be 1 over 2 over 3?
No, why? If you derive u, you get du. It's root 3 times 2x. Okay? Yeah? Okay. Now you man, just I can't.